Good afternoon, and I just want to thank you for taking some time today and being with me and coming along on this journey to be a more authentic you. So, deep breaths. Here we go. In my quest, or whatever I want to call it, to being a more authentic me and letting go of my ego and really being a more balanced and in all parts of my life, be it, physical, financial, mind, body, spirit, I'm putting this out there today to not only let it go for myself, but to help anyone else out that might be going through the same things as I am. So today's topic is something I don't talk a lot about. It's something I've kind of kept hidden, and I kind of just keep it bottled up inside. And I talk about it with my husband, but that's really it. It's something that I've over the last couple of years been embarrassed about or ashamed about, and so really just let my ego get the best of me and let it almost eat me up inside. So bear with me through the story, because if this is something that is prevalent for you and resonates with you, then at the end I'm going to have a way that you can work through it, and that how I have been working through it, and it's helped so much. So over the past year, I've had an amazing physical transformation, one that for years I could never do on my own, and not even with sheer willpower or dieting or anything like that. But I'm in a place now with my body that I haven't been in since I was a sophomore in college. I know that I'm actually healthier today than I was at 20, now at 33. But in order to be a more balanced person, I know that I have to have all my affairs in order. I have to have that balance in all parts of my life. And I know that to do this, I can't fully embrace life as it is if my finances are a wreck. The good thing is that physically I'm in a great place. Personally, I'm in a really great place. I've been making changes to how to react to situations, and then in turn I'm a calmer person about this all. But in all honesty, and to be truly authentic to who I am and to you, our finances are a freaking mess. If you don't know my story, I've mentioned it in my About Me section, but for the last 5 years I've been a work-at-home mom. And it's really been a learning experience. It's something I've never done before. I never owned my own businesses. But so my husband and I didn't have a lot of money for me to start up a business. So I borrowed some money from my mom to start up my first business. And that business was either breaking even or in the red. And I felt like I was just being drained and either paying bills or paying my employees. And eventually I did have to shut it down because it was draining our bank account. Then I collaborated with a friend of mine on another venture, and we were so excited about this. We just knew it was going to be the next big thing. Well, $50,000 later, we were out of this money that we'd borrowed from family and you put on our credit cards, and we're in this huge debt. So 2 years later, we're still paying these cards and living literally in the chains of this debt. And every month, without fail, between the 8th and the 12th of every month, I get a huge pit in my stomach, because those are the days that our balances are due. I have a little friend here. It literally eats me up inside. And I've been doing a lot of self-development work on how to kind of release this emotion and not let it get to me. It has really helped knowing that there's some higher power out there, whether it's God or an angels or universe or my inner guide really watching over me. And it's reassuring, because the thing is that debt is still there. It's looming over my head. It's causing a strain on our marriage, just because it's something that we have to worry about every month. we're still living paycheck to paycheck. We don't have that luxury to put away money right now because I'm still having to pay off this debt. And I know it would just be so great if the money that I'm making from my health and wellness business could actually go towards our family and not paying off these freaking bills every month. It's crazy. So like I said, the way that I deal with this is through a daily prayer, I guess. I'm not really a really religious person, but I would call this a prayer. Really asking the universe or God or my inner guides or angels, for whoever you look to, I ask them to release the anxiety, the fear, the resentment, the worry, and to release my ego. And I do this every day. I release myself from these thoughts and I put my faith in them because I know that they're going to take care of me. I then thank them for all that they do for me, and I also remind myself that I'm not my ego. My ego is just a way for my mind to make up stories, and it is okay if my ego doesn't survive. It really is. I'm not my ego. It's not who I authentically am, and I choose to live my life in light and in love, and instead of in darkness. And these are things I just say every day. I choose to be the light for others when all they see is darkness. I do not let this debt define me. It is not who I am. Merely it's a circumstance that I'm in, and how I am responding to it will determine what happens. So if your finances are a mess and debt is, just eating you up inside, and you can feel that pit in your stomach, and I do, and I know that it's there. I say this to myself, my goodness, my little helper. I say this prayer to myself as a reminder to know that someone is there for me, looking out for me, and reassuring me that, you know what, good things are going to happen. And I say positive daily affirmations. One that I write in my journal every day is, I am abundant in all areas of my life. For me, I still have a hard time saying I'm abundant financially because of this debt. So if I know that I'm abundant in all areas of my life, then the finances will go, they'll do what they need to do, and they'll be taken care of. I just need to keep doing the action and paying my bills, and you know what? The universe is going to take care of me. And as long as I know that this debt is not to define me, but it's just the circumstance that I'm in, then the guilt and the resentment and the anxiety lifts off of me. The pit in my stomach goes away. So please, for the next week, try this prayer, or whatever you want to call it, this talk to the universe every day, and then breathe. As I've said before, just breathe. 3 deep breaths. You're welcoming the guidance, and you will receive the guidance. So thank you, and have a great week, and thank you so much for letting me share my story with you.